means that your body is converting the testosterone. Like DHT, like
Mhm.
that's another one they argue about, like with hair baldness. Okay, take some saw palmetto.
Right.
There's a lot of things you can do. Some people, they're much more sensitive than others. hCG, in my eyes, is there if you're having the issue, right?
Right.
If you don't get the side effect, you don't need it. But in reality, for when you're taking a stacked cycle or things of those natures, like it's 100% a godsend. It
Hmm.
keeps your natural testosterone flowing while you're on these hardcore anabolic cycles, because whether you like it or not, there are a lot of steroids out there that are just modified versions of testosterone.
Yeah.
And when your body picks up on them, it's going to say, well, I have enough in my system. I can shut down my production.
Yep.
You're playing a trick on it.
Yep.
So really, hCG is an overall product. It's amazing. It is a great product. There's even a stronger version out there now for people who have gone too far, hMG,
Hmm.
which is, but in reality, don't feed into all the craziness that's out there with the snake oil stuff and people saying that TRT just completely ruins your testicles. That is not the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even see that side effect. Some people do. I'd say the most common side effect is acne from DHT production.
Right.
There are ways to counteract that. Just be smart. Do your research. Do your reading. If you need to, come watch a couple of our videos. We'll teach you.
Well, and even those side effects like getting acne, your body has a ratio of hormones that it wants to be at, right? So when you start taking testosterone, if you're, let's say, on a prescription for TRT, right? And now all of a sudden your testosterone level's been elevated for the first time in years. You're back at where you're supposed to be for testosterone, but now your body's going to want to convert it into other hormones to bring everything up into that ratio balance that your specific body wants. Everybody has their own balance point that their body wants to be at. And some people who are in really bad shape, really overweight, their hormonal balance ratio is going to be a bit skewed. Their body's not going to know what a healthy balance is until they get healthy and get back into shape, right? So you're going to go through these phases where you might break out for a few weeks, but then your body's going to stabilize as it gets used to stabilizing where it needs to be.
Yep, 100%. It's a balancing act. If you're going up in things, of course, there's going to be a higher conversionary rate. Of course, this means you're going to have to counteract some of the bad side effects that can come from this. When you see people who have had severe negative side effect from these things, 9 times out of 10, they didn't do the research. 9 times out of 10, they didn't have an AI on hand.
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, they just did not realize that, okay, I spiked up this level in my blood so high. Now I'm seeing the negative side effects.
Right.